Hey, YouTube, good evening. Good afternoon, actually. I was doing a video before, but I got cut off because my space, my phone was too, how do I put it? It was, the space was low, so I have to actually fix that. But anyways, I'm back. Welcome to Maggie's World, my YouTube channel. Um, I want to talk about family, okay? That's what I was talking about. That's what the topic was. And yeah, being betrayed and being lied to by relatives, you know what I mean? And it's sad, you know? It's really, 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 really sad, you know? So I had a sister who betrayed me, who betrayed my trust and stuff like that, whatever, who was jealous of me because I get better looking men than she do. But it ain't my fault because she can't find a decent man in her life. Um, then she has a baby by my ex boyfriend who she actually had sex with, okay, behind my back. And then have family members who who lied to me about this, who lied to me about that. I had lost my mother. Okay, I had literally lost my mom, my best friend. Okay, my everything, and I get blamed for my mother's death. I get blamed for my mother's death. My mother gets sick, going to the hospital, and the only thing I had to know is what hospital she was at, and I was there. All I had to know is what nursing home she was in, and I was there. That's it. Where was my sister? Nowhere to be found. But then my aunt made promises to me and she didn't keep it. She promised me that I would get my mother's remains. I never got it. My daughter was supposed to get a TV that my mother, that my mother had in the room. My daughter never got that. Okay. To make a long story short, um, my sister who betrayed me by she my ex boyfriend I got a daughter out of it. She treated her like crap when she got older. My sister also did not raise my oldest niece. The state of New York City raised my niece. Okay? That's why my niece don't have that much respect for her own mother. Okay? Because every time something goes wrong, whatever, she lets a man she lets her man slash her kid's father tell her what the hell she should do with her firstborn child. And if he couldn't deal with the fact that my niece was having problems, stuff or whatever, then he should have left. You don't tell no woman what to do with her kids. That you don't do. That point there, he crossed the line. And that's why I don't like him. That him and my mother had an incident. We're arguing about something, whatever, and he gonna shake his stuff in my mother's face. Tell me, oh, my kids come from here. And you wonder why I don't like this damn man? Wonder why I like him? And just because I don't like him, he didn't want his kids around me. My problem was not with the kids. My problem was with the daggone father. That's what my problem was. You don't shake your stuff in my mother's face. That you don't do. That's disrespect. Okay? Then, on top of that, my sister was trying to go to nursing school by trying to get herself together with stuff like that, whatever. And he refused to keep his own kids. And I have always felt, I said, you know what? The wrongest thing that my sister could ever do was have kids by this man. That's the wrongest thing she could ever do. Is to have children by this damn on no good SOB. I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay? And then I have family members who think they're better than me. Who think they're all that in a bag of chips. And to me, in my knowledge, they are nothing to me. They are nothing. I have two great aunts. I have two wonderful great aunts. I don't have a problem with. I had no beef with. It's just my mother's sisters and my cousins, my so-called cousins, who always thought they were better than me from day one. My aunts have always felt like their kids was better than us. Tell my mother, oh, your kids are bad, your kids this, your kids that. Oh, but their kids are gonna give to the world. Like, wow, they probably think I could bring that up either. Go tell my mother, oh, what she's doing wrong, and she ain't raising her kids. She ain't raising us right, and this, that, the third. Y'all like, okay, so your kids are perfect, more perfect. So, in other words, your kids are more perfect than my kids. Once upon a time, my mother cut them off too. My mother won't be bothered with them. It was times they came to the house, and she won't be bothered with them. Nobody likes to be told that their kids are bad. Nobody likes to be told that, especially not by a family member. Nobody likes hearing that. Nobody do. Nobody likes to hear that at all. Nobody likes to hear stuff like that. My own sister is jealous of her only niece. My brother ain't got no kids. He don't want any. And he ain't trying to make none either. And my sister always try to make like my daughter is a bad guy too. Talking about, this, that, the third time, oh, she's ready to whoop my daughter's behind. Why? Why? If I can't touch your kids, you ain't gonna touch mine. And I ain't got but one. She had four. I haven't had one. Okay? So, there you have it. Oh, well, you had my niece, that this and that the third. You went home and did the do. So what? I was with my child's father. What is the problem? If I had a house full of babies, that was my business and his, not hers. So I told her my her business. If I want to have 1,000 babies by that man, I could have. But I chose to have one, only one. Okay? There you have it. Okay? So get back to the family. I had to distance my way from family members. Especially after my mother passed. I had to distance myself. Because I had this hobby and family members have basically told me that me and my daughter need our hair examined. Something wrong with our hairs, this, that, the third, whatever. If my mother was still alive today, whatever, my mother would never judge me. She would never judge me from any damn circumstances at all. She would never judge me about that. So yeah, so that's what I had to do, and I was watching a video about that earlier, about how this man was talking about he had to run away from his family. He had to pick up his things and run away from his family because it's sad. When you have family members that don't support you. You have family members that act like they act more like they hate you instead of loving you. You know what I mean? I have friends who I met on Facebook, and they treat me with a lot of love and respect. You know what I mean? I can't say the same for my relatives, and it's sad. It's sad. So there you have it. That's my life. My life is terrible. You know what I mean? For a person who has been abused by their father. My mother was abused by my father. My father was he would get very physical with me and my mother when I was younger. If he couldn't get to my mother, he'd take it out on me for no apparent reason at all. So, when my mother finally got away from him, I was so happy. But I also needed counseling, so I came a long way. It came to a place to where I didn't want to talk to nobody. We couldn't even have friends or have kids, you call other people kids, come to the house and play with us or whatever. Because my father did not want us to have any friends at all. If my mother went out and came back in, whatever, she had to fight with him. And she went in the kitchen and cooked dinner. And if the food was too hot, he threw the food on the damn floor. I told my mother, I said, Mom, you're good. Well, why you say that? I said, because you know what? I would have tortured him. I don't know. He wouldn't have got fed at all. I would have tortured him. Seriously. But yeah, it's like it's like you got relatives, and it's like there's no love there. There's no love there at all. And it's sad. It's really, really sad where you have no love in the world. Not even love from your relatives. Because you got some people in your family who think they're better than you. I had a cousin who I actually watched her dog for a couple of months. And then after a couple of months, she came and got her dog, and she never brought her dog back to see us. Never. And me and my daughter was very upset about that because we really loved that dog. I mean, and I think her dog name was Chloe. Dog's name was Chloe. And me and my daughter basically fell in love with her. You know what I mean? But she decided to come get her dog and say the hell with us. And I could not, like I said, I could have charged her. I could have charged her for keeping that dog for her. But I didn't. You know what I mean? Because I feel family is family. You know what I mean? Family supposed to do nice things for family. But I could have charged her, though, for keeping that dog. I could have charged her. But I didn't. Because of one particular reason is that I felt, well, hell, we're family. You know what I mean? We're blood. So, why should I basically charge family? Why should I charge family for anything for keeping the dog up, whatever the case may be? You know what I mean? But after a while, she gave me and my daughter her butt to kiss. And I told her what I had to tell her. She said what she had to say, and that was it. We had enough to say to each other after that. Period. So, then I had another cousin who I used to be close to. And I think my daughter and this individual I was talking about with the dog, they had went to a cookout. I think like on the 4th of July, I think it was. And because I don't go there no more. And one of my cousins gonna tell my daughter, oh, I'm tired. I don't feel like going nowhere, whatever. Because my daughter wanted to ride home. I'm tired. I don't feel like it. It wasn't the point that she didn't want to bring my daughter home. She did not want that dog in her car. She did not want that dog in her precious car. Like, what the heck had the dog ever done to her? Then you gonna tell my daughter, oh, your mother's tripping? How the hell am I tripping? How the hell am I tripping? Because your mother lied to me? Your mother promised me I was gonna get my mother's remains, and she gonna tell me to give it to the wrong daughter? But yet still, I'm tripping. Okay. I don't talk to her either. I just distance myself from people like that. You know what I mean? Anytime you gonna take sides with your mother, whoever, whatever the case may be, whatever, I ain't got nothing to say to you. Nothing. That's it. The bottom line, I don't have nothing else to say. At all. In my opinion, why should I have anything to say? Give one particular reason why I should have anything to say. Why? To make everybody feel good. And they wonder why I don't come around the family. I don't come around the family for one particular reason, one reason only. I do not appreciate being blamed for something I did not do. You gonna blame me for my mother's death? And know how close I was to my mother? So you gonna blame me for my mother's death? Wow. So tacky. So tacky. So yeah, I had to distance myself from my relatives since 2015. Um, like losing my mother, it really took a toll on me. You know what I mean? Um, my man opened my eyes to something, and he was like, "Okay." He was like, "So, do your family ever come see you?" I said, "No." He said, "Your family writes you?" I said, "No." "Did your family ever come and take you out anywhere?" I said, "No." He said, "There you go. That goes to show you that your family don't give a rat's about you." I was like, "Wow, I didn't think about it that way." So now they want to blame everything on me. My mother's death, they blame my mother's death on me. You know what I mean? And here I am thinking that I did something wrong. And I kind of find out it was my fault. It was not my fault at all. So if that's how they want to put it, hey, so be it. It is what it is. It is what it is. So at this point, I'm sitting here. I'm writing a book about my family, about my relatives, and writing my book about how things went down and reason why I cut ties with my relatives. I cut ties with them. I have one person in the family that got some sense, which is my uncle. I can talk to my uncle about anything. I mean, whatever problems I'm having and whatever issues I'm having, if I'm talking to my uncle about whatever, he'll sit there and he'll listen. He don't judge me. You know what I mean? I can talk to my uncle about anything. And I'm going to mention his name on here. Okay? And he happens to be my mother's brother. Because to my understanding, is my mother's because my mother's mother adopted him and raised him up as her own. And even though he's my grandfather's son, but my grandmother adopted him as her own. She raised him up as her own. And he's my uncle. And his name was Larry. And I can talk to my Uncle Larry about anything. He don't judge me. He don't. He's sitting. Whatever, it's like whatever I'm talking about, he'll sit there. He listens. He listens to my problems. He's something like a therapist. You know what I mean? He kind of reminded me of my last therapist. I think his name was Doctor. What's his damn name was? I forgot his damn name. I know it starts with the R. But he kind of reminded me of him. It's like he sit there, he listens to my problems, he's like that, whatever. I can't say the same thing about my aunt. I have an uncle I can talk to from time to time. And he's there. He listens to whatever I'm going through. You know what I mean? Anybody else would brush me off. I can sit down and talk to my Aunt Betty. And that's my great aunt, which is my mother's aunt. I can sit back and talk to my Aunt Betty about certain things. And she would give me the best advice there is. It's up to me to take the advice. You know what I mean? The same thing with my Aunt Dot. You know what I mean? I could talk about, you know, it's like I could talk to these people about any damn one thing impossible. You know what I mean? I don't care what problems or whatever stuff I'm going through, I could talk to them about it. You know what I mean? But as far as anybody else, no. Because everybody is so much for themselves. You know what I mean? And then nobody else wants to listen to your problems. You know what I mean? It's like everybody just basically pushing you away or whatever. And then they wonder why you cut them out your life. And they still wonder, okay, why you cut me out your life? Why you don't do this? Why? Some of us cut our relatives out of our lives for a reason. And we cut you out of our lives because you are not taking the time out and listening to what you got to say. If my daughter got a problem, I'm going to sit there, I'm going to listen to her. I'm her mother. Okay? She had problems with this dad one age he called Jocelyn. And she has problems, whatever, and I'll give her the best advice there is. Just like any mother would. You know what I mean? I could talk to my Aunt Betty. I could talk to my Aunt Dot. I could talk to my Uncle Larry. You know what I mean? I just don't feel like I can talk to anybody else because everybody is so damn judgmental in the family. It's sad. It really is. It's like everybody is so damn judgmental. It's not even funny. It really ain't. So yeah, so that's part of the reason why I had to distance myself from my family too as well. So there you have it. You can leave a message in the comments, and I will get back to you as soon as I can to respond to your message. But overall, I gotta do what's best for me, and what's best for me is basically be stress free. As for my health, on the other hand, the only problem I have is my weight. I don't have HIV. I don't have diabetes. I don't have thyroids. I don't have everything came back normal. You know what I mean? So I must be like one of the lucky ones. You know what I mean? To basically not be sick with anything. So yeah, so I think so I'm grateful, and I thank God every day for my health because it could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse. And I have been with one man for 9 years straight. Okay, we have our differences and things like that. Whatever, yeah, we have our ups and downs. What couple don't have their ups and downs? You know what I mean? But we make it work. You know, it's all about making it work and stuff like that, whatever. You know, but I wish I could say the same thing for my cousin Linnell. You know, he and I had never been close. We never been close. Okay, not even me and my cousin Mia. Me and her never been close. Me and Danielle have been close once upon a time until I had a problem with her mother, and all of a sudden I'm the one that's tripping because if it's a lie, my daughter came back and told me I'm tripping. How am I tripping? And your mother made a promise to me. My mother not made no promise to you. My mother's deceased. Her mother made a promise to me, and she didn't keep that promise. And that's why I'm so upset. Other than that, I would not be what she called tripping. So that's my story for now. Um, Please leave a message in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. I Yeah, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video. All right. Um, yeah, we've been going through a lot lately, you know, and it's been a lot. So there's a lot to go on. But I'm gonna get off this damn one video, and I'm gonna talk to you guys in another video. All right, about another topic. So, peace.